I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister.
Okay, so this just happened. Justin Trudeau's resigning, Parliament is prorogued, there's probably going to be an election soon. So what happens now? Okay, so this is one of the biggest things to happen in Canadian politics in like a decade. And there are a lot of questions, especially for queer and trans folks like me, who are casting a very worried eye over at the other guy who seems poised to win a majority government as soon as he can and bring in a pile of dangerous anti-LGBTQ2S+ policies. But a lot is going to happen before we get to that point. And now, thanks to the prorogation, which is a fancy way of saying shutting down Parliament for a set period of time, an election is likely going to happen later than Canadians may have thought even a few weeks ago. So here's what we know right now. Trudeau is still the Prime Minister and still the leader of the Liberal Party. He will be until the Liberals choose a new leader. And we don't know a ton yet about that process, since typically it's not something that parties are doing to replace a sitting Prime Minister with everyone breathing down his neck about an election. The leadership race could be expedited through the party's board, or take a few months with a proper party convention. And there are some intriguing candidates already, including former Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, whose resignation from Trudeau's cabinet last month really sparked the beginning of the end here. Whoever they are, the new leader, once elected by the party through whatever process the party chooses, will be the Prime Minister once Trudeau officially steps down. But they likely won't be in the big chair for long. Obviously, Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives want an election as soon as possible, and will likely table a confidence vote to bring down the government as soon as Parliament returns. And even Jagmeet Singh's NDP has said that they would support an election call and a confidence vote like that, no matter who the Liberal leader is. The new Prime Minister could themselves call an election once they're in place, since we all kind of know that one's going to happen regardless. So where does that leave Canadian politics? Kind of in limbo. While it's unlikely we'll get an official election campaign starting until a confidence vote in the spring, get ready for the rhetoric to heat up regardless. And over the past few months, there's already been debates within the Liberal Party about its direction. Many MPs are reportedly blaming Trudeau for taking the party too far left, which means a lot of these leadership candidates are likely going to push to move it further right. And queer and trans folks and allies should watch out for that sort of messaging. Because like we've seen south of the border, that messaging usually leads to abandoning LGBTQ2S+ people and issues. So much of Poilievre's messaging over the past few years has been anti-Trudeau. With Trudeau sailing off into the sunset after a decade in office, the rules of the political game in Canada are about to change. Big time.